I'm so excited right now. I've been really looking forward to finishing this up and sharing it with you. So welcome to the first video of Cooking 99. I'm Joe, Read the Recipe King. I'm a home cook and I make educational videos for a living, so here we are. Oh, not that advanced. Roll it back. Keep going. Right there. I'm not just talking basics. I'm talking pre-basics. Welcome to Cooking 99. Ah! As you can tell from the intro, Cooking 99 is not your traditional cooking class. Most cooking classes are for people who already have an interest in cooking and some basic knowledge. This course is for people who feel like they can't cook and they'll never be able to cook, and they didn't even want to cook anyway, but they secretly wish they could cook. If that sounds like you, come with me. Well, we're actually not going anywhere because I'm not going to do any kitchen demonstrations, and you'll see why in a minute. Whoa, Jesus. This is the course intro video, so I'm going to talk a little bit about why we wrote it, and then I'm going to describe the course at a bird's eye view. In doing that, I'm going to be a little bit repetitive on purpose. I want to accurately set your expectations for the videos ahead, and I think you'll learn better with the right expectations anyway. That's a bit of metacognition for you. Hi, Rusty. Overall, I want to make you interested in cooking and feel confident that you can do it. And if I can break that down a little bit, I'd say I have 3 goals. 1, convince you that it's worth it to learn to cook. 2, teach you how to read and execute a recipe so you can start cooking. And 3, yes, I do 3 this way, give you some advice that will help you succeed in the kitchen. Cooking 99 is basically a cooking course for people who don't like to cook.
So if you like to cook, get out of here.
No.
Scram.
David.
We don't want you.
That's just my brother. He helped me write this course, and he helped me write that line, so he's just pretending.
No, I wasn't.
Hey, get the... Ah! And if you do like to cook, please stay. I promise you'll still find some value here. Some good reminders, at least. If you don't like to cook, I understand that, and I think I can help you change your mind by giving you the fundamentals you might not have yet. Because when cooking goes wrong, it can be such a bummer, especially when you're cooking for other people. But when it does go right, it can be rewarding in so many ways. So I'm going to teach you what you need to know to make it go right more often. And when it does start to go right more often, the liking it part will come naturally, and you'll gravitate to wanting to cook more. Cooking can be addictive, and the good kind of addictive, because you're doing something that takes effort, something that you can learn from, and something that you can share and be proud of. This course is also for people who like the idea of cooking, but think they can't do it. But let me tell you, cooking is not a matter of can and can't. Everyone has the potential. It's really a matter of do and don't. You can cook, you just don't yet. I can't teach you everything you need to know to create Michelin-starred dishes from scratch. That's the apex of cooking, and it's impossible for me to give you all of that knowledge, partly because I don't have it all. So I'm going to take a more realistic approach, and I can and will give you the knowledge you need to create still fantastic dishes using well-selected recipes. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, I rub my baby bum with diapers. Okay, all right, someone's messing with my teleprompter. I hope that doesn't become a theme. I'm willing to bet that a lot of people's frustration with cooking stems from not having a true foundation. They never really learned the stuff that seems too simple to study. That's where we're going to start. And if this series seems too basic, think of it this way. When you were learning math in school, they didn't start with trigonometry when you were 4. They started with numbers, simple operators like plus and minus, what I call the stuff. And then later, they taught you what to do with the stuff, like write equations. Likewise, you had to learn letters and words before you could put them together and write an essay. The letters and words are the stuff, and essays are what to do with the stuff. Or like in judo, when you first have to learn to loosen the muscles.
This is the Bureau of Analogies, Metaphors, and Similes. You're well over the legal limit, sir.
Oh, come on, they were good.
I don't care if they were good. You know that last one was going to be a stretch.
Hey, no puns.
We have the place surrounded. Now figuratively relinquish any and all literary devices and put your hands in the air.
Okay. No more analogies for a while. That was Adrian's voice, by the way. He also helped me write this course. I think you get the point. Anyway, I want to spend some time making sure you know the stuff. In learning to cook, the stuff is recipe vocabulary, like names of tools, measurements, and techniques, cooking words. Recipes are what to do with the stuff. And I don't need to teach you recipes. They're everywhere. But what I can teach you is how to interpret those recipes well. Oh, and where to find some good ones. Because, much like analogies, not all recipes are created equal. You heard that right. It's not always your fault when a recipe doesn't turn out well. Some recipes are just bad. I'm going to point you towards collections of recipes that are well written and produce consistent, delicious results. If you currently feel like you'll never be able to cook, I've got some good news for you. It's not that hard to get much better at cooking in a short amount of time if you focus on the right things. And this course is made up of what we thought were the right things. After this video, there are over a baker's dozen videos in this series, and they're not perfect. We had to film outside because of COVID, and that's tough with a two-person crew. There are lots of background noises. I mean, plane after plane after plane. Let's pause for that plane. We'll wait for that plane. Hold for this plane. We get it, you're a plane. That plane. Plane. Another plane. Pause for that plane. Frickin' planes, man. That's a good place to start after this plane goes by. A lot of planes. Holy plane. Frickin' plane. Who is flying a plane at this hour? Plane. Oh look, a plane. What a new thing to happen to us. The lighting from the sun is all over the place. There are locks of hair in my face that you'd swear I'd be able to feel while we were filming. And oh yeah, I somehow wore a hole in my jeans in the process. But the content is what's important. Here are the topics I'll cover. After I try to convince you that learning to cook is worth the effort, I spend some time teaching recipe vocabulary. Then I get into general advice like best practices, where to find inspiration, and how to use your senses, among other topics. At the end, I'll show you some of the YouTube channels and cooking classes that I've used to hone my skills and learn to improvise and make adjustments. And after that end, I'll give you an idea of what you can do with your newfound knowledge. I recommend that you don't skip any videos, no matter how simple they sound. Every one of them is an important piece of the puzzle. During this course, I hope you learn a lot of new things and solidify some things that you already knew. I also hope that you enjoy learning from me. It's going to be a little silly, oh God, and hopefully informative. And it will be worth your time, I promise. Tasty ways. Takeaways. Nobody can make you a good cook. I can't make you a good cook. But I can tell you what seasoned cooks know that aspiring cooks don't yet. I can show you what you need to practice to make that transformation. And I can help you be confident that you can do it. Because you can. I believe in you enough for the both of us right now. Welcome to Cooking 99. I spend some time teaching recipe... vocabulary. I spend some time teaching ropepacy respectably. Thanks for sticking around. I don't need you to subscribe or smash that like button, but I do want to answer any questions you have, so please stick them in the comments section. We'll respond to as many as we can. We also plan on doing a Q&A at some point, so if a question gets brought up enough, we'll also stick the answer in that video. Please comment away.